After the age of 50, many of us wake up with a quiet awareness that our bodies don't quite bounce back the way they once did. The aches in the morning, the slower recovery after simple tasks, the feeling that even though we're eating what feels like enough food, our muscles aren't as firm or strong as they used to be. This is not just a matter of getting older. It's also a matter of how our bodies process protein. Protein is the building block of life, and it's what keeps our muscles, bones, and even our immune system functioning well. But once you hit that milestone birthday, your body's ability to use protein effectively starts to decline. That leads us straight to a big question many people over 50 quietly wonder about, but rarely find clear answers to. Should I be getting my protein from whole foods like eggs, or should I turn to supplements like protein powders and shakes, which actually works better for people like us who are in the second half of life and want to keep our strength, energy, and independence? That's exactly the journey we're going to take together today. And let me say this. If you've ever sat at the breakfast table staring at your plate of scrambled eggs and wondered if it's enough to keep you strong, or if you've stood in the aisle of a health store overwhelmed by shiny tubs of protein powder, this conversation is for you. Because the truth is, there's no one size fits all answer. There's only the path that works best for your unique body, your lifestyle, and your goals. But by the end of this story, you'll have the knowledge and confidence to make that choice with clarity. Now, let's start with eggs. For generations, eggs have been seen as one of the most affordable, accessible, and nutrient-rich sources of protein. A single large egg contains about 6 to 7 grams of high-quality protein, and that protein is considered complete, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot make on its own. These amino acids are the building blocks your muscles crave, especially as you age. But eggs are more than just protein. They're packed with nutrients like vitamin B12, which helps with nerve health and energy, vitamin D, which supports bones, and choline, which keeps your brain sharp. For someone over 50 who may be dealing with bone density issues, fatigue, or memory lapses, those nutrients are like gold. Eating 2 eggs in the morning doesn't just give you protein, it gives your entire body a nutritional boost. But here's where the debate begins. As much as eggs are a powerful food, some people feel that it's not enough. They say, what if I need more protein than what my regular meals provide? What if my appetite is smaller now that I'm older? That's when the idea of supplements comes into play. Protein powders, shakes, and bars promise an easy way to meet your daily protein needs without having to sit down to a heavy meal. And let's be honest, sometimes chewing through a big steak or plate of chicken doesn't feel appealing when your digestion isn't what it used to be. A smooth chocolate-flavored shake, on the other hand, feels convenient, modern, and effective. But is it really better? Science gives us some answers here. As we age, we experience what's called anabolic resistance. That's just a fancy term for the fact that our muscles don't respond to protein intake as efficiently as they once did. A 20-year-old can eat a small piece of chicken, and their muscles immediately start repairing and growing. A 60-year-old can eat the same chicken, but the muscle response is weaker. This is why older adults often need a higher dose of protein at each meal, about 25 to 30 grams, to really stimulate muscle growth and maintenance. And this is where supplements seem appealing, because they can pack that amount into one scoop of powder. But here's what I want you to remember. Not all protein is created equal. Eggs contain not just protein, but also fat-soluble vitamins, antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin for eye health, and a structure that your body recognizes as natural food. Protein powders, while efficient, are processed. They're stripped down to mostly just protein, often whey or pea protein, and sometimes with added sweeteners or artificial flavors. That doesn't make them bad, but it does mean you're not getting the same full package of nutrition. When I talk to people over 50, I often hear stories like this. I tried protein shakes and they worked for a while, but I felt bloated and tired afterward. Or, I love my morning eggs, but I worry they aren't enough. The truth is, both sides have value. Eggs are slow, steady, and nourishing. Supplements are quick, concentrated, and efficient. The real question is not which one is better in some universal sense, it's which one fits better into your life. Let me give you a scenario. Imagine you're 65, retired, and you enjoy taking morning walks in your neighborhood. You wake up, make a couple of eggs with some whole grain toast and spinach, and head out for your walk. That breakfast is giving you protein, healthy fats, fiber, and vitamins. You feel satisfied, energized, and your digestion is happy. Now imagine another scenario. You're 62, still working part-time, and your mornings are a rush. You don't have time to cook. Grabbing a protein shake with 30 grams of whey protein might be the difference between fueling your body or skipping breakfast entirely. In that case, the supplement serves you better. Neither is wrong. What matters is that you're hitting your protein needs consistently. But let's dig a little deeper into those needs. The average adult over 50 should aim for about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. So if you weigh 70 kilograms, that's about 154 pounds, you're looking at 70 to 84 grams of protein per day. That sounds like a lot, but if you spread it out, 25 grams at breakfast, 25 at lunch, 25 at dinner, you're covered. Eggs can play a role in this. 3 large eggs give you about 18 grams of protein. Add in some Greek yogurt, beans, or lean meat, and you're well on your way. Supplements can fill the gaps when your appetite or schedule doesn't cooperate. And here's the key. It's not just about the total protein, it's about quality and timing. Older adults benefit most when protein is spread evenly throughout the day, not just piled up at dinner. So here's my personal take. After working with people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, don't think of eggs and supplements as rivals. Think of them as teammates. Eggs are your foundation. They give you nutrient-rich, whole food protein that your body recognizes and loves. Supplements are your safety net. They step in when life gets messy, when your appetite is low, or when you need that extra boost after a workout or a busy day. Use both strategically, and you'll cover your bases beautifully. And let me tell you this, I've seen people in their 70s gain muscle strength simply by being intentional with their protein. They didn't become bodybuilders. They simply regained the ability to climb stairs without pain, to garden without exhaustion, to pick up their grandkids with confidence. That's the power of protein. It's not about looking younger. It's about living fully with the years you have. Now, some of you might still be thinking, but what about cholesterol? Haven't eggs been demonized for years as being bad for the heart? This is an important point. For decades, people were told to limit eggs because of their cholesterol content. But modern research shows that for most people, dietary cholesterol from eggs has very little impact on blood cholesterol levels. What matters more is the overall quality of your diet, how much saturated fat, fiber, and variety you're getting. For the majority of healthy adults over 50, eating an egg or 2 a day is not only safe, but beneficial. In fact, studies show that eggs can improve cholesterol profiles by raising the good HDL cholesterol. Of course, if you have specific health conditions like severe hypercholesterolemia, you should always follow your doctor's guidance. But the general consensus today is clear. Eggs are back on the table, and they deserve to be there. Supplements, on the other hand, come with their own cautions. Some powders are high in added sugars, which is the last thing you want when managing blood sugar levels after 50. Others may contain fillers or heavy metals if they're low quality. That's why if you choose supplements, you must choose wisely. Look for third-party tested brands, minimal ingredients, and protein sources that agree with your digestion. Whey protein is often the gold standard because it's quickly absorbed and rich in leucine, the amino acid most critical for muscle growth. But if you're lactose intolerant, plant-based proteins like pea or soy can be excellent alternatives. The key is finding what works for your body, not just what the marketing promises. Now, let me pause here and say, if you've ever struggled to hit your protein goals, you're not alone. I'd love to hear your experience. Do you rely more on eggs or do you prefer supplements? Share your story in the comments below, because your perspective could help someone else who's facing the same challenges. And while you're here, don't forget to hit subscribe to our channel so you never miss the practical, science-backed tips we share every week to help you live stronger, healthier, and more confidently after 50. Let's come back to something deeper. Why does this matter so much? Why are we even talking about protein with such intensity? Because after 50, maintaining muscle mass is not just about looking good, it's about survival. Sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, is one of the biggest threats to independence in older adults. Lose too much muscle and you increase your risk of falls, fractures, and frailty. On the flip side, maintaining muscle through adequate protein and regular activity is like a secret weapon for aging well. It protects your bones, supports your metabolism, and even keeps your immune system resilient. And here's the beauty of it: it's never too late. Even if you've spent years under eating protein, your body can still respond when you start giving it what it needs. That's why deciding between eggs and supplements isn't just a nutritional debate, it's a life decision. It's about giving yourself the chance to stay active, vibrant, and engaged with the people and passions you love. So, as we bring this all together, here's my heartfelt advice: start with food first. Let eggs, fish, lean meats, dairy, beans, and nuts be your foundation. These foods don't just give you protein, they give you a symphony of nutrients that your body thrives on. Then use supplements when life demands flexibility. Traveling, busy schedule, low appetite, that's when a scoop of high quality protein powder can save the day. Don't get caught up in choosing sides. Embrace the best of both worlds and always listen to your body. If eggs make you feel nourished and satisfied, eat them proudly. If supplements help you stay consistent, use them wisely. What matters most is not perfection, but progress. I want to leave you with this thought: aging is not about decline, it's about adaptation. Yes, our bodies change, but we have the power to support those changes with intention. Every bite of protein you take after 50 is like casting a vote for your future self, the one who still travels, still dances, still laughs freely with friends and family. Eggs, supplements, or both, the choice is yours. Just make the choice with love, knowledge, and confidence, because you are worth that effort. And if today's conversation has sparked something in you, I encourage you to take one small step this week. Maybe it's adding an extra egg to breakfast. Maybe it's trying a protein shake after your walk. Whatever it is, start today. Your body will thank you tomorrow.